because I don't normally want to travel at night. What I saw in Gokwe, particularly in Gokwe Kabuni, is a very disturbing trend in the country. But it's not an isolated case. This is what I've also seen in Mashonaland East, which is basically our stronghold. I say so because of what I saw in Uzumba, what I saw in Toko, what I saw in Wenza, and in Seke. But in Toko, I hear that today they are busy beating drums and singing songs, chanting slogans, saying that Chamisa is not acceptable in this zone of theirs, as they say. Unfortunately, they didn't know that I have already been to Mtoko, to Makaha, and I've seen and heard the stories and the cries of people in Makaha who are saying that all their gold is gone, all their resources are gone, their traditional land has been taken away. And what they are not getting from government is support, security, and assurance that their concerns are being taken on board. I want to thank the people of Mashonaland East, in particular, Uzumba, Maramba, and Pfungwe, Mrewa, Mtoko, Weza, for being very strong, for remaining steadfast, and for supporting the citizen movement, and for supporting the alternative. Under very difficult circumstances, against all odds, they continue to support us. There is unprecedented violence. Terror has become a daily dose, right? And also with war zones. People in those communities are not allowed to freely associate, assemble, or even move. What shocks me is that wherever I go, there is always a counter program by ZANU-PF, exactly at the venue where we'll be holding our meetings. Just yesterday in Gokwe, I was shocked that July Moyo, Mackenzie Ngulu, Larry Mavima, immigration crisis, as it is called, in the Southern African Development Community, is not an immigration crisis. It is indeed a governance crisis in Zimbabwe. People are running out of this country on account of a deficit of good governance, the economic circumstances that they find themselves in, and if we don't resolve those, we will not be able to move forward. So I've given a couple of suggestions to our colleagues in South Africa to also give a moment and an opportunity to the people of Zimbabwe, so that there is some kind of a breathing space for them as we fix our own situation in this country. We can't call Zimbabweans criminal because certain individuals in South Africa who are Zimbabweans have been criminal. You don't label and condemn the entire country on account of a few individuals who may have, unfortunately because of their own circumstances, have done something that is criminal. Let me conclude by saying, victory is certain. I've seen Mr. Mnangagwa yesterday. He was in Mashonaland Central, where people at the church, or allegedly at the church, were singing about Chamisa this, Chamisa this, Chamisa that. I want to thank Mr. Mnangagwa for being my big campaign manager. He's doing a fantastic job. You know, the only unfortunate thing is that he has taken his campaign to places that he's not supposed to, the church. I don't mind what the devil says about me, but I would be worried if the devil says something good about me. And as I have stated, State House is not heaven. We can't fight for power just for the sake of power. We are not fighting for power. We are fighting for change. We are fighting for values. We are fighting for a better life. We are fighting for dignity and peace, not just for citizens in the CCC, but also for ZANU-PF. Our fight is not a partisan fight. It is a national fight. We need a new consensus as a people. Beyond the liberation consensus, we need to come together in the transformational consensus. Work together and transform our fortunes as a people, as a country. And that's why